Hello traders, so how's it going? Welcome to the Friday forecast final day of the week. Today is NFP Friday. I am not trading. I have only been trading until the London Open 8 a.m. So quick announcement, a slight schedule change. I will be doing recaps for 2 times per week. So no longer 3 times, but 2 times, mostly on a Wednesday or a Friday. If the market is really active, I'll do one on Monday, but I will mostly stick to doing it on Wednesday and Friday. So again, it's not the rule, but I will definitely do 2 times per week, and maybe I will do even 3 times if the market is really active. So let's now get right into the recap. I am in a nice pound trade, which is in some nice profit. We will take a look at it a bit later. But first, Euro US dollar. So I'm not trading today, but I will see what is happening on Monday. I can identify a ascending structure currently, so the per price action was not really showing me any potential. I was not looking for any sort of a setup, but I did expect the price to go up because we had a V reversal and we had a range, and of course this push up was definitely to be expected. Now looks like the price is stalling a bit. We are creating an ascending structure, so we need to see what happens. For the euro pairs, it is very likely for this to impulse up or impulse down. We know that we can get an impulse up from an ascending on EU. In that case, I will look to buy on a nice impulse. I need to get some nice conviction, a nice impulse, and some evidence that the price wants to go up. Or if the price wants to reverse, I will look for that reversal to a downside like this, and then get in on a nice flag or on a nice break and retest of the most recent low. So this is not looking that bad. This ascending is looking okay. We will see what will happen on Monday. As you know, on Monday I'm a bit more patient. Usually Monday, Tuesday is very, let's say, slow. Not a lot of trades. Most of the trades actually lose. That is exactly why I don't want to be doing a recap on a Monday, since there isn't anything going on. So we can move on to the next pair, Euro Japanese Yen. We had a descending. I wasn't in any sort of a trade. I wasn't even looking for any sort of a trade. Maybe some people had an order on to sell short right here. They were seeing a push down, then a small break and retest, and the price continue. I wanted to see a clean close here. This wick was a big warning sign, so I did not place a pending short order for a break and retest. I did not have an order on anywhere here. Then we had a descending structure. Right here we descended and we impulse down, which, as I just mentioned, is definitely to be expected with the euro pairs. Unfortunately, we are now getting sort of an aggressive retrace, which is a warning sign. So on Monday, I will be looking for this momentum to continue. Give me a break and retest, or give me a nice flag, maybe a larger push and a nice flag. I am expecting for this price to go down. If it reverses, I will expect to see a range and then a push up and then look to buy. But the best possible scenario, the highest probability for the price to go, is to the downside from this point currently. Aussie US dollar really range bound, stagnant. I didn't have an order on anywhere here. We are clearly stuck in this sideways range, sideways box. What I'm looking for on Monday is, of course, I'm looking for a large impulse up out of the box, or a large impulse down out of the box or out of the range, and then for a nice trend to start. What you should be careful of is the liquidity area below and above the range. This is full of stops. Market makers usually push into these areas and just retrace, picking out the stops or taking out the stops, filling up their positions. So what you want to see is, you want to see if the price breaks into these areas. You want to see a nice large impulse, 2 or 3, maybe even 4 consecutive impulse candles with nice clean closes, no wicks. That is what we need to see if the price is stuck in a range like this. So we can move on. Aussie JPY. I did have an order on right here, but I did not get tagged in. So right here, what I was seeing, a very high probability setup. First, I was seeing this ascending on the top, right here. Then I was seeing a push down. After an ascending, we expect the price to start trending in the opposite direction. And then I was seeing this push down. And then we broke the low, retraced, broke the low, retraced again. Then we paused with just one bearish candle and continued. Got a clean close, so this is a high probability setup to continue. When you see price like this, sort of slowly trending down after an ascending, usually it continues, and with this just one candle pullback or like we have here and a continuation with a clean close, I'm definitely expecting for this price to continue trending to the downside. So I did have a pending short order with a 12 pip stop, of course, and I did not get tagged in. The next candle created a wick, and after creating a wick, this was no longer a clean setup, and I then removed my pending short order because after seeing a wick, I do expect a range or a reversal. So then we can see what happened next. Price continued trending down. It got a bit messy here at the bottom, so we had sort of breaking and retracing, sort of a descending structure, a smaller range right here, but then price did continue trending, created a huge wick, and we are now waiting on Monday what I want to see. I want to see this impulse continue. I want to see the downtrend continue with a nice break and retest trade or with a nice clean flag trade like this. So we will see what will happen. Will we get a break and retest? Will we get a flag? But I am also expecting potentially for the price to reverse, create a V reversal, get a range, push up, and then we look to buy on a nice flag or a nice break and retest. So those are the two scenarios, but the highest probability is for the price to go to the downside. Moving on to the next one, we have the pound and the US dollar. So I am in a long trade from this flag. As you can see, price did create a flag right here. So we had a nice impulse up, really large momentum, large impulse. That is exactly what I'm looking for in the pound. I need to see this large conviction and a large impulse. Double wicks, so expected a bit of a range. We had this sort of an aggressive retrace, but not really. So if you just compare the size of these candles, you can see the size is much smaller than the impulse candles. So I was not really concerned, and I know that this is not a big warning sign on the pound. Usually we can get these larger flags, so it's completely okay for there to be a bit of a shift in the first part of the pullback. Then we ranged around. We created a few candles of a range, and this was just a perfect flag for me to get into. Really textbook flag. So we had the first high, first low, then we ranged around for a really long time, broke the low, retraced, and created our blue entry candle. So a really nice trade, a textbook example of what a flag on the pound should look like. So large momentum up and then a nice clean pullback. A wider flag is definitely tolerated on the pound. We shall see what will happen now. Will we break the high so I can reduce my risk? So will I get taken out for the full 1% loss? And yeah, let's just wait it out. I believe NFP is in around maybe a couple of minutes or 1 hour, something like that. That should usually move the market. Let's see if it moves the market up or moves the market down. For today, I will not be looking to scale into my position if the price breaks the high. I will just be managing and moving my stop loss. So really simple. And then on Monday, I will potentially hold over the weekend. Also on Monday, we will see how the price action will look like. And if I get stopped out or if I'm still in this trade, I will be looking to scale in on Monday. Because I'm no longer trading today, I'm just managing positions. NFP Friday, once per month, is where we don't trade. And I did take this trade just before London Open. So I don't trade after 8 AM London Open. But until that, I am placing orders. This was, I believe, 1 hour before the London Open. So it still fit my plan to take this trade. And that's about it for the pound. So what I'm looking for basically on Monday is to scale in to my position. If I get taken out, then I'm definitely expecting a larger range here because we got just a huge impulse prior. So usually we just create a larger range in that impulse. For the New Zealand and the Japanese yen, this pair is really not showing me any potential. So I am seeing sort of this messy price action. We're getting this V reversal, then a range, then we are pushing down, but nothing looks clean here. It ended with a huge wick and an aggressive retrace. You can just see the size of this blue candle, definitely an aggressive retrace. and I'm expecting a larger range in this area. To be honest, on a Monday, I'm definitely expecting a range here. What I need to see to get in on a trade is I need to see a nice impulse down and then a nice trade to a downside, so a potential flag or a nice break and retest. We shall see what will happen. Or we can also create another V reversal, range, push up, and then we get a nice flag or a nice break and retest further up. So we will see what will happen for the next week. Really happy with the pound trade. We will see how it will play out. NFP news is soon coming out, and that's it for the forecast. See you guys next week, and good luck with your trading.